What is up, you guys? This is the GCS Hero channel. I'm currently having idling issues with this motor, but I was going to pull the spark plugs out just to confirm that those weren't the issue, so I figured I'd do a video on how to change your spark plugs on most engines, most 4 cylinders at least. Most modern motors are going to have some sort of obstruction in the way, some sort of plastic cover that you have to take off to get to your spark plugs. Mine is an older motor. As you can tell, this motor was on fire at one point. I'll link that somewhere. But yeah, this is the intake manifold. Some cars will have this obstruction, I've noticed on a lot of newer cars. So you'll remove your intake manifold to get to your spark plugs. So that obstruction is out of the way. And a lot of times you'll have your injectors, well, all the time, your injectors might be in the way. I'm going to unplug mine. It's out of the way for the most part. Now, they make a special tool, pair of pliers, to pull these spark plug wires out. But, you know, we're just going to use what we have, because that's what most people have, is basic tools. So this is a basic pair of pliers. I know a lot of people are going to hate this, but I'm going to do a little rock back and forth. Not rock back and forth, but twist side to side. Eventually it'll pop free, and then you'll be able to pull your spark plug wires. So if you're gentle with it, eventually they'll just let go. As you can see there. Now, some of you will have something called a coil pack, which will more than likely be on the top of your 4-cylinder engine. And those they just pop out pretty easily by hand. If not, a screwdriver that you can use to put under there and pop them out. At least that's how I've always done it. Anyway, now that these are out of the way, it's always smart to mark them with a piece of tape and then write the number. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, just so that you know where they're going to go later. But mine are all obviously different lengths, so it's easy for me to tell. Got a 16mm socket for the spark plugs. You don't want to use these impact sockets because they're significantly thicker, and you might not have the space for one of those bigger sockets. Like in my case, I do not have much space down there. So it's nice to use a socket that isn't super thick. So I love my power tools, but don't want to use a power tool because you might mess something up. So I like to start off by loosening all of them. And then just spin them all out by hand. Now that those are all loosened up by hand, sometimes it's easy to just grab one of your spark plug wires, one of your shorties, A lot of you won't have to do this. They make a socket that grabs onto these once they're all the way loosened. There's like a rubber thing inside and it just comes out when you pull the socket out. But I don't have one of those. A lot of you could just reach down and grab them. So if you're just checking them, keep tabs where they go. So I got this one, and just keep track. Keep them in order. Now for the sake of this video, let's pretend these are brand new. You just went to the parts store, picked up a brand new pair of spark plugs. You've compared them to the old ones. You know they're gonna work. And AutoZone didn't lie to you. Let's put them back in. It's reverse of what you already did. I like to use one of my spark plug wires. You can also use like a hose that'll fit over the spark plug, but I'm just gonna use this. I like to use this because it gives you a decent fill. You don't want to cross thread anything. And you, like right now, I can tell that it's in there, and I could grab this and I could pull it off, and then I can move on to the next one. Now, for me, it's nice to use something like this spark plug wire because the spark plug holes are way down there. And so it's just nice to use either a hose or a spark plug wire because I'm able to get down in there and it's not very forceful like it would be with a socket or something. With these, I'm able to start the thread. It's not going to cross thread because I'm not using any force. It's just nice and simple and effective. I did clean my spark plugs, sorta. Plug this back in. Want to make sure it's on there real good. Then you're going to go back to your socket, your 16 and your extension. And you're going to hand tighten each one of them. Now the reason you want to hand tighten everything with your socket and extension is so that you can fill and make sure that it's not being cross-threaded. If it seems as though you have to force it in, then there might be an issue, and immediately back it out and check your threads. I don't have a demonstration on how exactly to check your threads, but they should go in by hand. So typically the new spark plugs are going to have a crush washer. There might be a torque spec, I'm not sure, but you can hand fill when you need to stop. Like, that's pretty good. Do that again. So these are hand tight, going down, it's getting tighter. I'm not gonna put a bunch of leverage on it. See? It's gonna be like that. And I don't know how to explain what that is like on camera, but just don't get crazy, because when you strip these out, then the mechanic's gonna make you buy a new motor. So now that your spark plugs are back in, you're going to reconnect either your coil packs or your spark plug wires in order, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, in order. So they're gonna pop in there real nice like. Did you hear that? Did you hear that one? Okay, everything is reassembled and you can start your car, and if that was the problem, if you had a bad spark plug, then it should run really good. If not, check your coil packs, check your spark plug wires, read codes. If there's a misfire on one cylinder and you're using coil packs, if you're using coil packs and you have a misfire, let's say cylinder 2, and you take that coil pack, you pull it out, and you swap it with number 3, and then all of a sudden number 3 is misfiring, then you know it's your coil pack. And at that point, I would just replace all 4. See, now, I'm going to start mine. I'm not going to expect it to run smoothly because something else was wrong with it, some wiring issue, or something. The thing was on fire, so I think I might have figured out the issue. So I'm going to start it anyway. Holy crap. I fixed it, guys. Now there's something making a weird noise down there, and I think I know what it is. It's probably burnt up ashes. But guys, it is finally running right. Oh my god. I'm gonna put up a video right now of how it was running. The whole motor's shaking. Holy crap. You guys, I don't have to sell it. Oh my goodness. Now it's running a little bit funky. I need to get a new valve for the brake booster. But we did it. Now I can button up all them wires and shit, we could probably drive it. Not today though. Keep an eye out for the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for all your support. I will catch you guys in the next one.